Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we just received the shell and placed it on the chassis. As you can also see, we just placed the doors to protect the chassis from the elements. But unfortunately, since I'll be at school, my father will be working on it without me.
Good day, guys. Welcome back to the channel. Like Joshua mentioned earlier, we place the doors on. We have not put in any of the molding, the plastics. We put the old door from the other shell on just to protect it from any stray animals going in and defecating and peeing in there. Um, we have been faced with a few problems, but let me just show you and explain to you what exactly I'm talking about. As you can see right here, the guy who did the body work for us, he burnt the harness, so that has to be repaired. He also burnt the pipe, but that was repaired already. And our biggest issue right now, the harness for the engine does not match the harness for the body. We already did all the wiring on the engine, and these two plugs are not the same. We scoured the internet. We were able to get one off of eBay. It's on its way, so as soon as we get it, we're gonna be rewiring the engine and make sure that it's good, and we can see if we can start the vehicle. So we have to rewire the entire engine over. But what I want to do today, I want to place the hood back on the vehicle to protect it from the rain instead of putting a tarpaulin on there. I may attempt to put the front or on the rear bumper. I would also like to put on the brakes, the brake booster, and the steering column, as well as connecting it to the steering box, and repairing, also putting the brake lines back in the brake reservoir. That is the plan for today. Follow me as I continue working on this journey. So I was making sure that the bonnet was right in front was. So now I'm just gonna connect the water hose for the sprayer for the windscreen, and that will be it for the bonnet for now. So the plan right now is to put the clutch and brake pedal in. I already rest it in place. The plan right now is to put the brake and the clutch pedal in. I already placed it, but I did not tighten it down, and to put the steering rack along with the brake booster to the back. So that is the plan right now. So So as you can see earlier, I had to remove the steering column in order to put the brake booster because I couldn't reach the nuts. So I'm now gonna put on, I decided to keep it out because I want to put this connecting rod between the steering box and the steering column. So I believe the steering column should be out when I'm replacing that. um so now I'm gonna work on the brake booster. So that's the brake booster and brake line and completed. So my all my brake line, my brake booster, brake reservoir, fluid reservoir, everything is in. So now all I have to do now is to fill it with fluid and to bleed the brake system. Now I'm gonna go on to put on the steering column. So that's it for me today, guys. I have completed, as you can see, we have completed the steering column. We put on the brake booster, the brake reservoir. We also put on the steering column and the brake and clutch pedal.